Okay, let's go ahead and get started. I'll share my screen if I can get it here. Okay, so what I wanted to do, especially for those that aren't in class right now, is I wanted to go over the lines on the diagramming. They're very important. That the line right here where the pointer is, that's called the baseline. And then, of course, that's horizontal, and then this line's vertical, and it goes all the way through. So here's your subject, and here's your verb. And if you do not have a subject where it's understood, you'll put it in parentheses. I wanted to show you that also. And if you have more than one item that falls under that, whether it is a compound subject or a predicate or a direct object, whatever it is, you will do what I call a rocket. And so here you have your subject, and then you have two verbs. And I'm not requiring you to do adjectives and adverbs, so just the and there. You'll add that on a dotted line. Down here, you have two subjects. You have your and. You have the line that goes all the way through, meaning that's separating the subject from the verb. And then you have two verbs, and with the and there also. If you have three subjects or more, you just stack them and you put them in the order that they occur in the sentence. So Juanita comes first, and then it just continues like that. Remember your line to separate your subject and verb, and you put the complete verb. So if there's a helping verb, you add that one also. Now we're getting into the complements and direct object. So you have your baseline, your subject's over here, your other line separating your subject from your verb goes all the way through. The line separating your verb from your direct object stops. If you do a slanted line, it means something else. Make sure your line's straight. If you have more than one direct object, then it would look like this. Remember this line here, because that's telling me that that is the direct object. And if you have more, there's an example of that. I'll share this website just so that you can make reference to it also. A compound predicate, if you have more than one subject and direct object, they will branch out. And then cooked only goes with cooked what, breakfast, ate what, it. So just make sure that you ask those questions. So you look for the subject first, then you locate the verb, and it's like, okay, so Jocelyn cooked breakfast and ate it. So you have one subject, but then after the subject, it's the same person doing the action, it breaks up. So cook goes up here because it comes first, then ate what? Breakfast. Then you have your and on the dotted line, and then ate what? It. So the direct object can also be a pronoun. It'll be a noun or a pronoun. If it's compound, but then shares the same direct object, then it would attach back over here again. So Samantha, and then proofreads and edits what? Essays. So essays is your direct object. Indirect object goes below the verb, and it goes in the order of, first of all, you find the direct object, After that, then you look for the indirect object. You must have a direct object to have an indirect object. So Mrs. Doubtfire is your subject, gave what? Homework. Homework is your direct object. Then to whom or for whom? The children. And so that's how you do it. Once again, you don't have to do the adjectives or adverbs. If you have more than one indirect object, this is what it would look like. And it's the same formula. The indirect object will always come before the direct object after the action verb. And if you have a predicate, I've been calling them predicate nominatives instead of predicate noun. But if you have one of those, you'll have a slanted line instead of a straight line. And this will be a linking verb instead of an action verb. And once again, this word here is going to refer back to the subject. So that's why it's slanted. It's showing that the action is going this way. So just keep that in mind. It's renaming the subject. The is playing as an equal sign. What we're doing today is objective complements or object complements, means the same thing. So Johnny painted his old jalopy purple. And so you have Johnny painted what? Jalopy and then purple. You ask the question, what again? The line between your direct object and your object complement, there's a slanted line. Your object complement can also be an adjective, as it is here. So it will rename, identify, or describe your direct object. And in this sentence, you have club, elected, and then the name and president. So president is renaming the person there. And then that's all that I have for right now. I will also send out some notes for those that are virtual. And then you'll be required to handwrite those notes, just like everybody in class. And then whenever we have the test, then you can use those notes on your test. So hope you have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.